Hello and welcome back to the Taiko World Cup 2026. We are approaching the finals weekend, and for the finals weekend, we need a Mappool. And for the Mappool showcase, we need Over the Hedge as back, as well as me and Wolf. Over the Hedge.
Hello, I am no longer a player in the tournament. I got eliminated in semi-finals by Italy, who went on to lose to China. We have 6 teams left in the tournament, and Wolf, and get a load of this. Japan and Chile in the winners bracket. Taiwan, Taiwan, China. I should really remember this. Brazil and Korea. God, that took me a sec. Taiwan, China, Brazil, and Korea in the lower bracket. We're gonna need some difficult beat maps, I think.
We do. And honestly, let's just get right into it. The players will need to focus really hard.
Can you say RIP DDKK? That ending looking brutal for the Bongo players. So, here's our first OS original of the week. It's Denoko P's Super Focused Limit Break. It's pretty cool. 260 BPM mostly, with speed up from, I believe it was 195 in the middle, just speeding up steadily to return to 260. So, of course, we've got credits. A lot of work from a lot of different people goes into every OS original. This time, we've got, oh no, the first name I realize I'm not sure how to pronounce. I'm in trouble. So, illustration by Kanchan, graphics design by Detristi, storyboard by Nafi and Croix, video by Polytetral and Sakura006, design QA handled by Pineapple, Zeth, Nafi, and Low Graphics. And as usual, Sakura006 with the design coordination work, making sure everything works together in perfect harmony. As for the map, it's by Risei, as with other Denoko P maps you may know from other tournaments. And the replay, well, who else? It's going to be Gripty assessing Finals No Mod 1, as he does.
It's still too easy. But it's not for Grand Finals yet.
Too easy for the guy that won last EGTS. I think we can allow it. 8 stars! 8 star No Mod 1. Here
8 star. Oh, it says 8.01. In the client it says 8 stars flat. I love seeing round numbers like that.
Yeah, well, at least you got a flat ODE it to challenge the player's accuracy as well. This looks like a tough one. That ending, though, especially.
Yeah, the ending
players are gonna have a lot of trouble, I think. That looked brutal.
Risei cooked. It's thankfully this one's shorter again, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Yeah.
It's very condensed. But yeah.
Alright.
On to No Mod 2. We have broken the limit already. Now we
Ikumiya 1123 No Mod 2. Miyagishima did not SS. To be fair, he got pretty close. But I am, as usual, scared.
Yeah, this is very focused on 1618. So not kind of a step up from last week. Just patterns, bursts that aren't somewhere in the music and you have to guess. But the patterns are just really hard with OD 7.2.
Yeah, the Ikumiya classic. Yet another really strong Japanese player who, when mapping, makes patterns that most people cannot hit, and it's as simple as that. Like, look at this is brutal.
This map is me too, because I play the first quarter, I'm like, oh, I can play tag, and then this slowest V section happens, and I start to be like, oh, I'm going back to countdowns. Because the difficulty progresses with the map. Like this section right here, I cannot stress how difficult it is.
Probably speaks for itself to most people, but even a lot of players who see that and think, well, there aren't too many notes, that's hittable, will be completely wrong when they actually attempt to play this. I think, well, worth mentioning last poll a bit. I think my main observation about last poll was, oh my god, there was so much tech everywhere. It really, yeah, I don't know, I went heavy on the tech. Especially the no mod pool. Lots of, not really pronounced SV, but lots of SV here as well. Just kind of big sweeping gradients. Like it's speeding up 9, slowing back 9. Just constant motion.
Yeah. It's kind of mostly a visual touch. It's, except for the lowest V, it doesn't really add difficulty.
Yeah.
That's nice. Jenny, do not know how one does not drop 100s here, but that's Miyagishima.
Well, yeah, step 1 is, well, be Miyagishima. That's pretty much it. I don't know how he does it. A lot of people may not want to check his profile because you may see that you're higher ranked than him and realize, oh my god, why? When he can do things like this. Unbelievable play from Miyagishima. Cool looking but very difficult map from Ikumiya. Worth mentioning, by the way, we kind of forgot. Obviously, this is finals week, so we're getting into the last 2 runs of the tournament now. That means format change. So, well, slightly. Now, it is 1st to 7, which you probably expect. That usually happens for finals. What you may not expect is that we have no new slots this week. 2 maps were added in quarterfinals, No Mod 6 and Free Mod 3, instead of the usual just adding 1 No Mod. So, because we've already added 2 maps through the tournament, there will be no new slots. There will be no No Mod 7 this year. Instead, we have Free Mod 3. Anyway, with that out of the way, what's No Mod 3 going to look like?
an increase of 20 BPM, up to 320 over, it says 3.5 minutes, it's more like 3 minutes 10. But yeah, we're going fast.
Alright. Skidooske map. Repping the United Kingdom. Gotta mention that. I'm not biased.
Oh yeah.
This
Also, lots of finishers at the beginning.
Yeah,
Also,
really
Camelia
fun.
once again teaching us new words of Komodo Conquise.
I
Or
know.
however you pronounce that. Apparently it's to make money in scummy ways, like crypto mining.
Or, like, knowing the answer to the prediction before the stream starts and putting a lot of points on it. I mean,
No one would
what?
do that.
No.
No one would do that. That's no.
I mean, I would never, personally.
No. This is speed map, it does speed things. With high density finishers, this time to really round things off.
Whoa, long pattern.
One more.
And testing people's burst speed for real. I mean, how else do you map this? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my gosh. So many finishers. Rip DDKK and Nomad 1, but maybe rip a lot of KDDK players with these.
I think we were kind of spaced out most of the time. There are a few evil ones.
Oh yeah.
To custom ambushes, we are approaching 1-3 plus 1-4. But that's a break.
Alright.
From here on out, it's more... Yeah, it's mostly 1-4.
Map on the long side as well, we're only halfway through it. 3.5 minutes of this is gonna test people's wrists and maybe their minds quite a bit. Be real hard on the stamina.
Indeed, because we see the node count still. There's 1,000 nodes left.
Oh yeah.
And because there's not much happening right now, you can imagine the end is quite condensed.
Oh yeah. I have a feeling the last TI is gonna be brutal.
That is the rhythm game music classic, isn't it?
Not so high as on the build up there, despite a long pattern entry. Might be tricky for
Yeah.
some people, but should be mostly fine.
Funny doublets, by the way. They happened early in the map as well, but I think every one of them has a different snap.
Alright, so I'm guessing we're about to be flat out until the end.
Yes.
We're running a bit short on time, so we need to cram another 600 notes in here. And just like that, make it 500.
We see way more of these 5-bit spams.
I don't know if the SE's a bit lower or if I'm just too used to reading 4x3. Oh my goodness! That looked so mean. Just evil. Okay, this ending is brutal.
Don't die. Smile.
Too lit. Okay. Then you got the comic book stinger type signed at the end just because the superhero coming in to save the day with a 5-100 FC. It's Narand as always.
Very strong score. No 1-6 this time, so that at least will be an issue. What also will be an issue is 1-6 of this map, because effectively this plays like a round of 16 300 BPM map if you were to take away the slider velocity. Of course, you will not take away the slider velocity. It's no mod 4.
Flow jam so far is all we've seen, but something tells me, well, there was a big overlap at the start, but yeah, here we go. If all you can do is slow, you're not ready for no mod 5. I don't know what snap that was, probably just one. The no mod 4 slot so far this tournament has been very much more mechanic focused than people are generally used to seeing from this slot. And yep, looks like that's continuing. Oh, the ninja at 1 trillion BPM SB. Wait, what? I can't tell what's going on. I actually can't. This is the first time in the tournament. I straight up cannot tell you what's happening.
it's very quick SV changes that are happening. It's mostly 1-8 as mentioned, so mechanically it should be easier than last week's again. If you were to strip away all of the slider velocity, it just turns into a speed map.
Looked like a bit of Donkama style action there.
Oh yeah, no, this is the Kakama.
Wow.
This is the Kakama, that one's the extreme.
We up memorizing. I don't know about you, but I'm not reading that. Not in a million years. I think the list of people that can read that are in this tournament is like Oko, and that's probably it. That guy can read anything. I don't know if anyone else can read the likes of that.
Just need to read the gaps, which I also can't do.
I like to think my reading is good, but I can't, dude. Some things are easier said than done. Most of the TWC pulls this year have been in that category ever since, like, quarters.
And we're back to slow jamming. If I'm not entirely wrong, it stays slow, but it does this constant wavy motion up until the end.
Yep. Big burst into same color finisher.
Yep, I don't know what's happening either.
I love how
But the
that
map is
song
done.
ended. That was so cool. Alright, well, that's a beat map. That is, it looks very speed techy actually. For kind of the second week in a row with No Mod 4. Last week, mostly just SV difficulty, but then the Kiai sections came in on Bo, and kinda ripped you a new one if you weren't so good at that. And yeah, this one seems kinda similar in terms of the mechanics, but SV reading on this seems like it's gonna be a doozy.
It's hard. It's very hard.
I can tell.
But I've been given up since round of 16, so I don't know if I'm a good judge of that.
TWC 24 champion, Mayan Jaleru, getting a whole 8 100s, which is more than he usually gets when he FCs a map. Usually it's 0. This guy's accuracy is crazy, so him getting 8 is probably a lot less than most are going to get. Anyway, how are we breaking our wrists this week? Oh, Zaymap. So this is going to be good. 250
He's back.
BPM. Okay. You know what? I'm honestly, with these teams, I'm a little surprised it's not like 260. But it's very long. So you have to really be capable of 250 BPM.
It's very, very long, and it has a lot of... I think we've seen longer streams in past No Mod 5s, but the amount of long ones that exist in this one just goes higher. Yep, this is going to be the map for the next 3 minutes, with a few calm sections in between. There will be the obligatory 1/3 stream.
Not enough metal playtime, Breen, made me think that this 1-2 was 1-3. I thought it was, oh, weird rhythm? No, dude, it's just single taps. You missed 2 slider ticks.
Yeah.
In fact, I think you missed 3.
Honestly,
You know,
we do replay.
Right? We should have delayed the stream to max it out. No, yeah. I don't think that kind of thing is likely to matter. I think if we see a 4-way FC on this in any match, I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore, because, I mean, Ghost of Memory from quarters was getting not many FCs, despite really strong teams playing it. Last week's map, I forget the song title, it was a little bit long, was slower, similarly long, and was killing most people, at least for a little chunk or two of note lag.
Yep, the No Mod 5 Classic. OD has gone up again as well. It's OD8 now instead of 7.5.
Hell yes, normalize high OD.
Yeah.
Am I a high accuracy player with an agenda? Yes, but I'll push it anyway.
It is a niche worth carving out.
Yeah, especially, I mean, taiko tournaments. Oftentimes it is just higher rack wins when everyone FCs, which happens quite a lot.
Especially
Oh
with
my-
winner bracket matches.
No,
But yeah, here's-
we're playing metal.
yeah.
Solid swap back to 1-4 because the SV. That's so brutal. And the SV looks a decent bit lower there as well, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
Probably more of the same for the rest of the map.
A bit more sparse than you would expect this time around. Like, oh, there's only 800 nodes left, which means there's like 2-3 streams.
Couple finishers. Not going to be much of a problem for any of our remaining plays, but the 1-3 might be really easy after a million miles worth of just pure 1-4 spam. Just hitting the CM snap constantly. Really easy as soon as it changes by even a little to just completely lose your way. That's always the thing that keeps the FC counts down on these hard metal map leaderboards.
If you get 100s, then that's also, it can also be bad enough. Especially these matchups are getting insane. 9 100s from Laurent here.
Not easy patterns on that either. Like, not easy at all in some places. For 250, that's brutal. That looks tough. Anyway, no mod 6. It's been the original slot so far. Not this time.
Not this time.
Good
And Rafal's just
map!
back.
Non-custom map, and it's good. The non-customs have been so consistently great this tournament.
And this one,
there have been very few, but this one's, yeah.
This is a good one. It's basically a dump chart. I think it's fair to say that.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, Rafal just back in No Mod 6. Name of my iconic duo. This song is also a banger, as you would expect from No Mod 6.
Oh yeah, this is.
It's got every common snap from 1-4 to 1-12 doublets. It's evil.
Yeah, it's cool though. It's surprisingly comfortable patterns-wise, which might be a nice break for some players. Because I know I, for one, have found the patterns super uncomfy this whole tournament. But these just kind of feel right to tap for the most part. It's just that they're hard because there are a lot of notes. And the snaps can be kind of unusual. Like those cat doublets, pretty tough. Neither Dawn doublets. Be ready.
Rafal's maps often are like that. I've struggled on them, but they still feel so good to play, and I get a edge of the pass somehow. Okay, it's because it's maybe HP 2 or 3, but still. They just feel good. But we'll be in a bit of a calmer section until the last quarter. Not to say this will be easy to hack with OD8. But misses should be a bit rarer here.
Yeah, I think FCs on this one are going to start being at a premium. A lot of difficulty. Just everywhere in the map. I think last week's No Mod 6 was... I feel like it mostly came down to a few patterns, and the thing is, what those few patterns were kind of vary based on the player, but it kind of had something to trip up everyone. This has a lot of things to trip up everyone.
Yeah, the two dense sections are just incredibly tough, and the section between is incredibly hard to hack. Like, even 1-4, I think, is kind of weird.
That's equivalent to weird. 320 BPM 1-6 and doublet 1-8 in these sections, by the way. This is essentially double BPM tech. Just kind of lighter on the tech to make up for the fact that it's 320 BPM the tech is at. And just a chill hydro.
And that concludes the No Mod pool.
Alright. So now for the part that I will struggle to commentate. It's gonna be
Don't-
finals hidden.
Don't worry, you know this map. It's back again. Somehow,
serious, bro.
somehow, Overjoy
Okay.
Overdose returned.
So, Ren Cup Finals Hidden 1? Question mark? Do you?
Yes.
Okay. Tart 5 Grand Finals Nomad or something, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe
Yes.
Finals Nomad. TWC Finals Hidden 1. Prolific tournament map. The Ruins of 2026.
Yeah, this song is back. This time, edited to be slower slider velocity than it was in Ren Cup. So it's a harder hidden map than it was back then. But also, I think the pool is just generally harder.
Alright, so basically, swing.
Yes.
With tag sections in between. Like this.
Yeah, we haven't had swing at all this Taiko World Cup. This is actually the first swing map.
That's kind of... It's like the best map type, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's so
Also
fun.
it has the best songs. Like,
You're right.
this is a goated collab. Like, you have Bilyomoto, you have Kurokote, Valley-Axie, and Zobram doing one of the best VTuber-inspired song. Like, VTuber songs are not supposed to be good, but this one is.
Here's the hard part.
Yes, and it's
Where
slower
it's-
than before.
I was gonna ask at some point what actually are the changes. So you made the hard part harder to read.
Yes, everything. I think the original map has 1.6 slider velocity as a base, and this one has 1.4, and the OD is up to 7.
Okay. I mean, yeah, in its rank ups here, this was too easy. I know this because it's Finals Hidden 1 and I was able to play it. No, I'll tell you what, this is more than a little easier than last year's Finals Hidden 1, Green Regeneration by Shokan, who is now a player remaining in the tournament on the China team. That map, I think, was actually like Grand Finals level. It was the only slow hidden of the tournament, I'm pretty sure, where Grape Tea did not SS when he played it. He hit like 200s. That map was unbelievably difficult. Even with no mod, I think it would have been hard, but this is playable. It's mostly going to be an ACK map, I think. But you can have some ACK maps in the pool.
Yeah.
The no mods were hard. That works. Okay.
And now, maybe you know this map. This is also this exists.
What? What
Yes.
is the skin?
Yes. Step 1. You may want to consider turning off the skin because I do not know how to read this. Step 2.
I
don't even
cannot
know.
tell you what's happening right now.
The bad thing is, even if you were to turn off the skin, you would still not be able to tell what it is. My notes for this literally is: was it 1.4? Was it 1.3? Was it 1.6? Yes.
Right. So
It-
kind of snap reading map.
It's a snap reading map, but with a lot of slider velocity changes as well. So everything just kind of looks the same, but it isn't. And so Hidden 2 really saw feedback the past couple of weeks and was like, okay, wait, I can fight back.
Right.
And here we are.
So slower than Terrablazer, but evidently a lot denser. Terrablazer being last week's Hidden 2, it got most of the mentions of it in Mappool feedback were for being too easy, and I think, yeah, it kind of was. But I don't know about this, mostly because I can't see what's going on.
The skin makes it really hard to read. That is going to make it difficult to say much just based on what we see right in front of us. But the mixed snap at 240 BPM with OD 7.5 and mixed slider velocity.
Last week's Hidden 2 was also, or no, not last week's Hidden 2. Last year's Finals Hidden 2 was also map that kills you. It was BPM change spam overlap spam. So that's about as hard on Hidden as it sounds. If you know what any of that means, you're like, well, what? Would that kill everyone? The answer is yes.
Yes.
Only elite Hidden teams were able to properly play it. Anyway,
Think
near
of-
the end of that. You think? I don't.
I don't think. I forgot.
Good to know we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. That's why we do these showcases together.
It's true. The No Thoughts Had Empty crew commentating whatever Tedo I just saw. Alright, that's Hidden 2. It's fast, and whatever N-Wolf said about it earlier. I really don't know what I saw. I can't say much. Like, yeah, I actually cannot comment. This skin was distracting me completely. Anyway, Hard Rock 1. Oh, goodness gracious. Sometimes you get knocked out of a tournament and then you're thankful you did. I would have been crying if I had to play Summer Sick Hard Rock.
I knew you would be like this because, yeah, Rizzy has left the office building, turned off the color printer, and now has summer sickness. Rizzy turned up color printer to a new level. I think that's an accurate description of this map. And based on your reaction, I'm right.
So how many 100s did Miyagi-Shima hit on this? It appears he got 10-13k on Hard Rock 1.
Yeah. Keep in mind, it also only has 690 nodes.
Yeah, but it's like... Okay, how is he SS'd even this far? You guys should be aware, the SR on this is completely misleading. This will be the easiest FC in the pool. This will not be the easiest S rank in the pool. There is a difference. I think a lot of people will be SCing this with legit like 92% or 93%. The difficulty here is AC. It's all AC, but it's a crazy amount of AC difficulty because it's OD 9.5, and look at what the notes are doing and listen to what the song is doing. What was that? I don't know.
Basically, Nomad 7, the polyrhythm slot, escaped.
Breached containment, and infected my lovely Dear Hard Rock 1 slot with its, well, tendency to kill people.
Yeah.
And not be FC'd with high hag.
Okay, those were 100s. This section right here, I could see some misses happening because the density goes up a lot, but the snapping changes still are ridiculously insane. What is happening?
Welcome back, Nomad 7.
23 100s. Yeah, that's going to be a good score, I will reckon.
Okay, so if we pretend Can 2 doesn't exist, is there anyone that can 99 this? I really don't think so. I think Can 2 can legit get like 3 100s on this because he is like that, but I don't actually think anyone else is going to have high AC on this at all. This looks unbelievably difficult. I think you could put this in grand finals and probably not have it's too easy complaints. Like, oh my god. Okay, well, what's Hard Rock 2 going to be?
245 BPM.
Finally, it's fast. Is that Priestess from Arknights again?
I couldn't tell you.
I think it is. That's great. Anyway, so, yeah. The charges so far have been slow until this round. Like, relatively.
Yep, and this one speeds up. It's 245 BPM. The slider velocity goes up to 257 BPM. 0.105 increase. And it's straightforward. It's mostly 1-4. Short ones 4 streams.
Okay. I see a late round ZHR2 and I see Shinsekai Dash in the mapper field, and I'm like, I think this is probably going to be harder than the numbers let on. I remember 2024 Semi ZHR2 was another Shinsekai map, and it was only 230, but it felt like 250. It was very hard. So I expect some hard patterns to go with all the numbers that make life difficult here.
You would be correct.
Hard patterns everywhere this year.
At least there's less tech in this pool. sort of.
Well, having less tech than the semifinals pool isn't a very difficult thing to achieve. There was so much tech, and Wolf. It was everywhere. I couldn't escape it all week. Okay, well actually what I did was I went out and took a walk and I escaped it that way. That's about all I could do.
Also genuine.
Sorry?
Can you read this? Because I for sure see colors.
If you are about to hear key press sounds leaking through my mic in the next 30 seconds, it's N-Wolf's fault.
I will not take blame for that. You are a man with free will.
Well, right I am. It's... Whoa, that was hard. Okay, I can't read it at this FPS, I'll tell you what. I give up.
Yes. But this is the highest V section.
It's readable, but it's hard. And the patterns add difficulty, as they have so many times this World Cup, in a slot where any extra reading difficulty goes such a long way. Oh, this ending. Is this SV1X? Or...
No, it's 1.04. The very ending is 1.04.
Brutal. So about 255 SV.
Exactly.
That's gonna be damn hard. That could flip some points. I mean, I could see one person just having a little trouble reading and a 20k lead vaporizing for some team or another in any given matchup. That could be interesting. Anyway, DT1.
Weep songs are back. I think everyone knows this song. Everyone who has played the rhythm game knows Waifu Jam at this point.
Any SGTS 2025 players will know this song from a different beat map. Oh, okay, well this one is... Okay, well it's not denser, but it's also DT instead. So, am I the only one that hears her saying wife jam instead of waifu jam in the song? Like, I can't hear the word waifu in this. Anyway, finishers.
You hear words other than jam?
Okay, she says waifu here, but when she says waifu jam, she's saying wife jam. I'm like sure of it. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. Why is Ridty at 98 on DT1?
It's...
Okay, to be fair, some of these 100s are kind of random.
It's only 10.10.
Dude, it's literally Ridty. Okay, to be fair, this is probably a one-try replay. It has to be.
Yeah, it's...
Like, he's hitting 100s on things that he would never, ever, ever... Like, this section not being an instant SS is like, okay, he's just getting an FC and going.
Wait, about the map. Offbeats. 1-6 spam. A little bit of doublets. And finally, if you know the song, there's a BPM increase. Starting now.
Yeah, but then the structure of the song kind of changed a bit. Oh, wait, this is No Mod 6 in DT1. Kinda.
Kinda?
Yeah.
Speed tech, sort of.
Alright. I'm done with that, actually. I've not been done with everything this year, but this I actually kind of think is cool. He hit DDK on the last Dawn finisher, and I want him to know that I saw what he did. That's all. You almost had 12-23 combo. Anyway, that's an FC on DT1 from Group T. DT2. Ooh. Okay, well that's a lot better of a score, I'll tell you what. Okay. I don't know much about this map. I know it's not a custom.
Yeah, it's in fact ranked. OD7 before double time, so this also is OD10. Very dense and also has a lot of 1-4 doublets. So it's that kind of DT2. Same BPM as last week, if I'm not entirely wrong. I think last week was also... Wasn't it 285?
Last week was 278, I think. I might be wrong, because I didn't play that map. If you thought I was playing Internet Yamaro DT in match with that ending, you're very wrong. But then Italy dropped like a pair of 996s on our heads anyway. So, yeah. We didn't win. Lots of 3-4 here. Easy to drop back.
Unless you're grape tea.
Yeah, he's making it look a lot easier than it is right now, rest assured. Even if you have the single tap speed to not have stamina issues here, it's just easy to get the timing wrong on that kind of snap. Alright, stream? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, upbeats.
Where's the doublets? DT2 does DT2 things. Much higher density than the overspeed map, as is usual.
Yeah, lowered BPM and significantly higher OD to make up for it though. People saying things like standard 1-digit UR in the chat, please understand, only Grape Tea has accuracy like Grape Tea. Like, nobody else at all. Like, it's... we UR checked his Hard Rock 1 last week. Nobody who played that in a match was close to SS. He got 45 UR on semis HR 1. Like, this is average Grape Tea and, like, nothing else. Nobody is like this guy. I wonder what the 100s are, actually. He's making short work of this guy again.
Single digits for sure.
I believe it was 5. At the break with SS, if anyone sees this on their screen, their nerves are going to be going up like a rocket. If you see 709k on the team leaderboards midway through the map, you know that one of your teammates or opponents is SSing through like 3 minutes of this sometime. Long map as well for, really for taiko tourney standards these days.
Yeah.
4 minutes after DT. I like long maps. I'm gonna be honest, I like long maps in tourney.
There should always be one. Like last week we had the 4 minutes 20 or something, no more 5.
Yeah. One of the rare things where I agree with Ender in pulling. Long maps are cool, and there should be more of them. I remember EUTT 2021. Okay, this pull is so awesome. Blank Field Goodbye, Hidden 2. Death Mutes, Hard Rock 2. UNCDH is the Pretender, DT 2. Vulture Beholds No on 5. Is that not the coolest thing? Like, balance or not, that's just awesome.
That's quite a few long maps.
Right? Yeah, he has a penchant for putting that kind of thing in pulls. Don't see it very often in most other tournaments, though.
I wish I could go back and do... Death Mutes is a 5-minute hard work too. Yeah. I want to do that again.
Yeah.
This hard work pool in its entirety is shorter than Death Mutes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's weird to think about. Alright. Brilliant play from Grape Tea there. 99.9 on this. Going to be reserved for only the very, very best. Maybe only 3 or 4 players in the whole tournament. Here's free mod 1. It's Bad Elixir. And you just lost your SS. If you're nervous enough. Nice diff name. Fermi Majestia 1.
I don't know what that means.
I think it's a word beginning with F, a word beginning with M, and 1.
Oh.
I don't know what the words beginning with F and M mean. I'm not educated enough to do that.
Nah, me neither. But I know who is. Dr. Google. Nope. Didn't help. I'm giving up. This is
where we get
comfy.
to level 2 of searching, where you ask an AI. Ooh. Oh well. We don't have time for that. We have VMAPs to watch.
Grok, is that true?
Grok, how do I hit this pattern? How do I
Flag
unline
change.
block? Flag change to Japan. But then I can't play in TWC. Yeah, because you're not good. Oh man.
Damn.
Anyway, halfway through. Doesn't seem... Okay, seems a bit anti-mod. Offhand 7.16. On a bit of a slowdown as well.
But overall, comfy. At least the comfiest of the 3 mods. I can tell you that.
Oh, I imagine so. You want some live TWC news, by the way? So, Never just posted in the World Cup server an hour ago. Guess what got loved? So, last year's Round of 16 No Mod 2, mapped by yourself and Valdez, has just been loved within the last hour. So if you want to go play that, you can go ahead once this stream is over and you're done checking out our B maps.
It has a very good background. It never pushed me to keep it, because I was gonna replace it.
Rip SS for my Angel area there. Second last stream of the map, but hits the final one perfectly to close out an FC. Might be a bit of a tricky ending for a lot of players afflicted with nerves. 203 is not a slow BPM for 1.6. Alright, so that's our mod-friendly free mod, and it didn't look totally mod-friendly. Still got a bit of anti-mod DNA in there, as they do in these late rounds.
Indeed, but free mod 2 will top that with a bunch of slider velocity changes on top of bursts, as does free mod 2.
So the only other anti-mod free mods by Forest Bet that I know of are Milk from Groups this year, which was pretty reasonable. It was one of the hardest maps in the Groups pool, but that's the Groups pool, so that's not really saying much. That was a pretty easy map on the whole. And the anti-mod from TWC Japan 2026's qualifiers. So two very different levels of difficulty. This is probably going to be somewhere in between. But so far it looks very hard to read, even no mod actually.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. I forgot to write down the numbers. But it shifts between SI velocity changes a lot. As the song title says, fluctuation.
Single note before the first 1/6 of a stream. Just in case your other hand, as a KDK alt player, can't start a burst, you're gonna be in trouble, as you kind of have been the whole tournament. There has been a lot of offhand bursts this year. More than usual. Only halfway through. Feels like we've already gotten a full map's worth of anti-balls in the first minute. This is a tough one. Come mono-y patterns sometimes as well. That Dawn quad 1/6 straight into a single note of 1/4.
Ah, stable slider velocity. How nice.
The notes are just approaching me and telling me, here's what snap I am, can you hit me? So chill. My life is so normal. Oh my god, I just missed 30 notes.
Good full combo.
Quite tech heavy as well. I mean, nothing no mod 2 tier, but lots and lots and lots of 1/6. Also, I assume those slowdown snaps are 1-3.
Yes, there's some 1-3.
Alright, so Fremont 3 is the next map. I'm very scared. ISOC stream free mod? Oh my god, why is it so slow?
You should be scared. I don't know why it's so slow. But don't worry, I don't think this will impact any match. The streams are exactly what you would expect from this mapper in this slot.
Very, very, very difficult. Like, harder than the last two, and that's saying kind of a lot. Because depth meters ending was crazy. The SV is not very high here. Oh.
Rip role players.
Oh no! A blue tick double with the second note being on an SV jump. That's the hardest thing in this map pool. I'm smiling a lot right now. Is
I
this
know what you're
ritual?
thinking.
Are we back? Are we back?
We're so
in
back.
The good old days of 2019? Hell yes. Anyway, more patterns that kill you.
And we're back again.
Alright, so this map references the two best maps of all time, right? Shinsekai and Ether Ritual. Therefore, this is the best map of all time. Any objections?
Nope.
Right.
This one free stream first. But
ship it straight to heaven.
watch out! There it is. 17.
The cats started offbeat.
Yes!
Oh my god, this map is killer.
This map is...
We can't start offbeat again! And again! Oh my god! This is insane.
This is gonna be similar to this. It's cinema to watch.
With high modding, it can be really easy to lose Ack on doublets, by the way. Please don't be fooled into thinking those parts are totally free. So, there may be people hitting like 20 100s in a row in those sections, or hitting one 100 on every doublet for like a full second and losing a ton of score. It's really easy to lose Ack to stuff like that. All right.
It is. And that concludes most of the pool. And at this point, every pool so far, I said something silly like, we have an O's original tiebreaker. And then I would bait you to thinking was a new one, just to reveal an old one. Now, for this one, get on your marks. Ready, set, go.
You can't keep doing this to me. One round after I'm knocked out, I'm like the biggest Hyperflip fan. It's a Hyperflip TV for the second year in a row. So, this is on your marks, or, no, wait, okay, I'm messing it up completely. On our marks, I believe? So, this, okay, I'm getting completely, my brain is melting, sorry. So, this is the second Hyperflip TB in Taiko World Cup in 2 years. This one, the last one was by TWC Sound Team Strikeback Squad. This one is by TWC Sound Team Flip Force. This is a combo of Elwood, Sega 73, Reeler, I'm freaking out just saying this by the way, Home Collection 49, Really, and Lin Yu. So that's the music side. Of course, a lot of effort went into the visuals, as you could probably tell. I think they were super cool. Like, damn, wow. So, the illustration was by Hiro, Celeste, Yamiko, and Pineapple. Graphics design by Zeth, yes, that Zeth, from last week's No Mod 6 map, Polytetral, and Alex Dunk. Storyboard by Kuroi's, Nafi, and Coppertine. Video by Polytetral and Sakura06. Design QA by Pineapple, Narai Cat, Makasan, Zeth, and Mune, and Nafi. So many people, wow. And as always, Sakura06 running coordination, making sure everything comes to life all together. Beat map by Jisco and Backfire. Replay, who else? It's gonna be Grape Tea. So, this song, obviously, there is relation to Buzzcuts. You may have noticed a familiar character, and a lot more familiar characters than just Buzzcuts had. Buzzcuts' Tatsuma is no longer such a tortured soul. This, essentially the whole visual here is him going on a bit of an isekai adventure with all the official OS mascots. You got Pippi, Yuzu, Mani, Mari, and Maka in here from all 4 game modes. Lots of good vibes. And yeah, I'm feeling the vibes for this one, Anwolf. Wow.
I'm glad you really enjoyed this one. I knew you would, and...
Of course.
Yeah, it's a big one. Basically a follow-up to Buzzcuts from last year. And absolutely stunning visuals.
I want to call out one player with this one. So, I heard from... Well, a little birdie told me, I think it was just yesterday, do you want to know why Miwu got so good over the past year? It's because he loves Buzzcuts so much. I think if Brazil get to have a match that gets to tiebreaker, watch the hell out for Miwu, because we might be about to see some serious stuff coming out from him. The biggest Buzzcuts fan getting a chance to do something incredible in its sequel might be huge. Of course, keep an eye out for all the players remaining in the tournament. They could all do crazy stuff on anything in this pool, but I think there might be some storybook stuff to happen with Miwu in this map. Who knows? We'll have to find out. All that and more next week, but that is the last map of our Mappool showcase and the last map we have for you of Taiko this week. Well, that was a hell of a Mappool.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Congratulations to everyone who followed the lead of no one who knew the answer. Two originals.
So, 262,380 OS coins go to Over the Hedge 2014 and 45 others. Yep, this week it was my turn to money launder. I'll just admit it. Anyway, that is our...
You have...
What?
You have Kono the Conquest.
Yes. It took me a second, but yes, that's exactly what I've done. I regret nothing. Anyway, that is the end of ceremonies for this week. Thank you guys very much for watching what I think has been a great week of TWC action, especially with that last match, Italy versus China. Broke some brains, I think, and I certainly think the last map of this showcase broke mine.
Indeed.
So, thank you guys very much for watching another week of TWC. We will see you this next weekend for finals. So our matches are Japan versus Chile in the upper bracket, South Korea versus China, and Brazil versus Taiwan in the lower bracket. And those two lower bracket winners will face each other for the final spot in grand finals to face the loser of Japan versus Chile. That's all next weekend. For now, I thank you very, very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. See you next time.